Bro, you're a real one, my nigga. From the day we met. Shut up. From the day he met, he was like, I'm not who you think you are. You're on the wrong side of the team. No, my nigga, now I get it. You never loved me. Remember?
Actually, not from the first time I met you, from the first time we actually spoke on the phone. When you sent that voice note, I could tell Lo, we are papanyana.
What did I even say?
We are Tanya. This one is crazy. And then when I said to you, I'm thinking, as she's also just speaking, then they and I'm thinking, hey, you know? And that's probably where the whole bitch thing kind of came from.
What kind of rough go? Like,
no, like Levanda. Yeah, Levanda type of rough. Like
yes.
Vanda. Yeah. And I Vanda.
And I don't want to lie, the first 5 episodes going down were very difficult for me. And they were not difficult in the sense that I felt like I couldn't do it, but I just think getting used to new people.
Yeah.
And it's just like, for me, it felt... yo. After the Google, you're blind, dog. Look, dog. Wait.
And that Zaza suits you, eh?
Really?
It does, eh?
Well, look, welcome to it, man. It's Global Streetz Live Podcast. My name is Karen Uncle from the ghetto doing big things in the city, but you can call me Harry Potter's first wife. Because the steez is hella. It's hot. To my left, which is going to be your right. Nah, I'm not going to do this. I'm feeling dizzy. To my left, which is your right. We got the boy. Khwitiona, so easy, man, easy, so zizi. Oh, cheesy.
Yeah.
You're nice.
Proper.
Oh, you're proper. You're good.
Great.
Love it for you, man. And to my right, which is your left, you got the boy. Well, actually, the man who I wish had a less ego. He goes by the name Lesotho Dope Tunes, but over here, we call him Ellis Chain. What it do? Mazamula. Nah. Is it the flu, friend?
It is the flu.
You're under the weather. Damn. Behind the camera, we've got someone we've never seen all 20-something of our episodes. Actually, I'm lying. You've actually seen him on a special episode, even though you saw the figure of his body, but like not his face. A lot of us have known to love him, even though you know that if you ask him for something, he's highly likely to say, nah, man. We also call him the Dark Knight, call him the Batman, and most importantly, we call him Kagiso, but trust me when I say there's no peace where he's found. How you doing, baby?
Sharp. I'm good.
You're nice.
I'm nice.
Are you cool with the shot that there's no peace where you're found?
There's always peace where I'm at.
Pieces of people's hearts, maybe, or pieces of other people's sanity, or like, no, not like, whoa, okay, and welcome to the VIP of every show, which is you right now who's watching the Sweet Squad. Want to say we love you, we see you, we hear you, and most importantly, we wouldn't be where we are. We're still growing past 100 subbies. We're so excited. I think our biggest milestone that we hardly, or how do you say, that we committed, yes, to achieving is 1,000. So we're confidently working towards 1,000, but we also know that for us to reach that, we have to give you the best of us, and we have to work, and it has to be entrenched in our DNA, and you have to become a part of us. But look, all the people that have never heard of us, that have never seen us, and they see us walking down the street about, it's simple. You just tell them, but we're not for the streets, if you know what I mean. We're not for the streets.
Time, how about it? For the streets.
And it sounds dope, yeah. So the only time where it's a compliment, how about a wastrata, is if you're part of the GSL podcast.
Yes, definitely.
You like that?
Definitely.
Sweet. All right, so this one is a special episode, but before we go anywhere, right now, do this with me. Pause the video. Press like. Subscribe. Press the subscribe. Press that like. just like, subscribe, right? And then tell a friend to tell another friend that we right here, we're doing this, and we're not going anywhere. We're right here. This is such a boys' show because you guys all sang along. Such a boy thing to do. But look, man, this is a free flow show, so that means we are literally gonna giving greater chance to get to know us, how our brains work, and basically we are giving you VVIP access to our brain chemistry. So literally anything goes. Boys, are you ready? And I promise I'm not going to talk about sex because I'm just always that messy one who just always just makes things very vile. I'm very aware. I've been doing some self-introspection because the boy said I should. And I'm just, you know what?
We didn't.
The boy said I should do some self-introspection. And I did. I am literally the bad potato in the bag. And unfortunately cannot spoil the rest of the potatoes because they're already spoiled. And yes, I'm the youngest. All right, boys, are you nice?
No, we are nice.
You ready to go for a free flow ride?
Let's go.
Yeah, you see now, I know you're live. You see when you say, let's go. We're nice. Look, we're going to keep it at high energy. And I hope you guys are ready for like anything that I'm going to be throwing towards you. Because, all right. So I think...
I don't like that laugh.
Why? I feel like why?
Usually,
I know we said no sex. Just remember.
No, but wait. I'm going to answer both of you guys respectfully, right? One, that's not true. I can't last time so you don't want to do that right now?
Tunes and all that.
The other time, they tried to remove the sex position.
Nah.
No, and you actually, you guys, I'm just laughing because, okay, so the reason why I was laughing, since I'm bringing you guys on board, right? We are, literally, this is just a free flow show, and I really feel like it's so important in helping the Street Squad to get to know us and like really, really, really get to know us in such a way that, we have grown to know each other over the years, and there's certain conversations we have off camera and not on camera. But sometimes the conversations that we have off camera are questions that we've never really made time to answer on camera. So I'm laughing because I just individually I wanted to ask you guys that if you were to reenact the dumbest moment you've ever had on GSL, which moment would it be? If you were to reenact the dumbest moment you've ever had throughout these whole, 25, 26 episodes, 27? I don't know. We're almost there though. Which is the most like dumbest moment that you look back and you're just like, damn. Because just to give our family, or Street Squad, the family, like just a clue on what this is about. There were moments that when we were starting, it was so tough to push past the first 10 episodes. There were more challenges then than there are now. And I think maybe it's because we've learned to just honestly push past them, and you know that this is what I'm here to do. And you realize that consistency in this game really does set apart the big boys from the little, the big boys from the big
camera. Both.
We've had these conversations like generally, but we've never had these conversations on camera.
Okay.
So I'm just saying the adjustment from you becoming a normal everyday person, like a patron, to being someone who, because you also said that in your profile that like now I need to realize and learn that I'm talking to people and whatever. You had to change. Mm-hmm. But that's just the technical aspect of it. And that's how I'm laughing. And I'm saying, which is like the one pop moment you've had on the show when you like, because sometimes, it's either we see snippets or we watch the episodes ourselves. Yes, we do. How else will I give you great entertainment if I don't watch what I'm saying to you? You understand? So we watch it, but I want to know what's that one pop moment you just like, I never want to do this again. And if you say that, bear in mind that you're going to have to reenact it.
Oh, fuck.
So I'm just low-key helping you get over yourself. So you're going first? You deserve to go first.
It brings,
Yeah,
it needs a little bit of thought.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, for myself, I don't think I've had moments that I feel like a pop.
Okay. The standout moment.
The
It's even
moments.
shaved. Oh my god.
I think when we.
You hate me.
I think when we first started, right? So everything was a bit touch and go. You know, there's a lot of things that we were overthinking. There's a lot of things that we were over planning.
Yeah.
We were overthinking, we were over planning, we were over scrutinizing ourselves, over judging ourselves. Certain things that we were supposed to just let them be.
Yep.
They will improve over time. But we were
Which they have.
They have. But we were so critical. So those are the moments that I think of when I think back, right? And especially the first probably 3-4 episodes. That's when we were always like, okay, last week, you came in hard. You had more time to speak. So this week you need to speak less, and then we need to speak more.
I can't believe we come from that.
and thinking about it now, it's actually such a
And when last did we correct one another?
a dog. It's such a I wouldn't say it's such a dumb thing, but it's such a
Silly.
Yeah, it's silly because it's a norm. Not all of us are going to have the same speaking time on each and every episode.
Or strengths in the same topic.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because certain topics you relate to them, and some of them
Some
you
you
don't.
can't, yeah.
So you obviously not gonna speak more on the other, and you probably speak more on the other. So the moments where we used to overplan, overthink, overjudge ourselves, yes, those were crazy times. Fucking crazy times.
Answer the question, but in the sense that, like, do you have any moment that you feel is like a momish moment, a funny moment, or a standout moment that you've had, like, in an episode, or like maybe some of the snippets, because you like work closely with the snippets on our socials, or even better, like, because you're so into our like social life, has there ever been like that one comment that stood out, like that one thing that for you like in Jesus was like really standing out, whether it be like an email that you saw, or maybe a conversation you had with someone at the office, or someone that stopped you, because you know, like, our loved ones are like getting to strategize themselves. So this is just that one to yourself.
Guys, wait as a fan.
I can't one. No taxi ba jwang ha re sa flip so we gore khutsi ba mo lahlela ka penti. Tell us about that. He has a creepy already.
Tell us more.
Sarah.
Yo,
I don't even know about it. I don't know if I know about it.
Wait is a fan already. And I thought it would first come from Karen. Because she has a bigger platform than us. But yeah, Hoyte seems to be the first.
he's good looking, fairly. I don't know what they see though.
No comments.
It wasn't inviting for a comment. But like, since he doesn't want to give flesh to the dry bones, you are too, brother, because I know you know. Really so.
No, honestly, like what? Know what? Are you saying I must comment on the... honestly speaking, I saw it. We were the first time, get child, and it cannot move after you.
Exactly. No, now.
You know, Maraya, hey, this is news to me, my man.
But you know what funny moments I think we've had? Yeah?
No.
It's Karen getting used to Hoyte's lingo.
Expand on that.
So how she and I would speak to one another.
The vulgar.
Pass me that, dick skin. Oh, fuck you, bitch. Karen would be like, you. I didn't even speak to you like that. It's just normal lingo to us, and she would be all shocked. Now, fuck you, and us cabaret. Karen would just be like, normal. But before, she would be like,
Actually, and that's crazy, right? Because now, the reprimand that I was like, guys, you don't talk to each other like that, guy. Huh? And you're just like, shut up, when shut up, fat boy. And after that, I'm like, guys. And then it's crazy how the things that I would say, like, no, you don't talk to each other like that. You let him talk to you. Right now, those reprimands have turned into jokes. Like, okay, I can't another and now it's worse because I think I've become one of the most vile people in the podcast. From being the one who's just like, no.
you were just waiting to come out of your shell.
No, I
She definitely has always been like this.
You were waiting for that opportunity.
She definitely has always been.
And you've got a big mouth for someone who ordered a beer for the first meeting of this podcast.
A beer is a normal thing. What do you mean?
We were drinking milkshakes. This guy was like, no, beer. Was it a Henke?
A beer, yes. A beer is a normal thing, dog.
For the first meeting of the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
First episode. Guys, I'll back you. I know Kabuta, guys. I'll back you. What
by the way- on the first one.
You like that?
And I think I remember I was very serious about it. I really felt like we should get it. And you guys were just ignoring me. You know what?
Maybe like, no,
there was that
we should've-
element, Shaba Kahiso. He's not big, Shaba. Listen, he's not big, Shaba. When you're not there, I'm like, hey, okay, fine, cool.
And another
Let me just,
I can just sweet cognac.
Man.
Ali all quiet and shit, hoity. Can't even have it. Oh, you smell so nice. Oh, really? Oh, that's the first time I bought this fragrance. I didn't know how it's gonna smell. No, it smells really nice. Oh, thank you.
But do you think, guys, like with the authenticity of our relationship over time, what do you think were things that you felt like would have been hard to overcome at that point that you feel like were crazy to overcome? Because for me, I think we went through a phase, right, when it wasn't episode 1, but it was the pilot episode. I think that was the most nerve-wracking episode we've ever done because if you can remember, we had access to the link and anyone who had access to it is someone who was given access by us, right? Because we were trying to get information on
feedback, you know.
Look, the market is saturated. What do we do? How do we do this, right? And then we gave people access to the link. And I think the feedback, I don't know the points in the group. Everybody's like, guys, if you get a voice note, just throw it in the group, right? And I don't want to lie. The first 5 episodes going down were very difficult for me. And they were not difficult in the sense that I felt like I couldn't do it. But I just think getting used to new people.
Yeah.
And it's just like, for me, it felt like, unshele, because that's what it was. It was kind of like, we didn't have like 6 months to get to know each other. We didn't date.
Yeah.
We didn't
Yeah,
have
we didn't
straight to the
date.
deep
Yeah,
end.
went straight
It was
to
a,
the deep end,
Karen, I
yeah.
love you. Let's get married and let's have a baby.
And it's legit like that because
It
you
was,
only
yeah.
met G
Practically.
when we were about to shoot.
When we were
Oh, yeah,
shooting
when we
the
were shooting on the
pilot.
day.
When we were shooting the pilot.
When we were shooting, like on the day of the pilot, you know?
We met LSG also under similar circumstances. Although they've met before, but
But
they didn't like
have a
engage
thing.
or talk to one another. Basically, the only person that knew everyone was me.
Yeah.
Everyone else were meeting for the first time or in a position to engage for the first time.
It was so difficult because I remember for me, like, because I'm just like a very like loud person, and I think I'm not really good at first impressions. I will give you the weirdest first impression. You will think I'm something else until you get to know me. Like, oh look, like but it's nothing malicious, right?
Me, I saw from first day you go to Ena, we are bang.
Yeah, bang.
First of all, wait, how did you see that I was fingering?
Actually, not from the first time I met you, from the first time we actually spoke on the phone. When you sent that voice note, I could tell Lo, we are papanyana,
What did I even
and
say?
we are Sanya. This one is crazy. And then when I said to you, let's change location or the venue where we're going to meet because now I just want to have a drink. And then I can't remember, what did you say? You said creative guys and their weirdness or something along those lines. Then I knew, oh yes, definitely I was right. She's crazy.
Right, guys, let me break this whole romance thing, right? So first of all, this is crazy, right? I apparently got discovered through TikTok. Apparently.
It is crazy.
And you DM me, he sent me like this long, beautiful, well-versed, my type of nigga, it's a contract, which I still haven't signed. Kind of DM. And I think my first reply is, how is this gonna work? Is the equipment? And he was just like, girl, we got it. And I was like, damn. Because I honestly, one thing they don't know is that I read the DM and I highlighted it. And then it said delete. I was like, fuck it. And I kept quiet, right? I think it took like a couple of hours or a day or two. I can't remember. But I didn't reply like instantly. But I took time because I read it. And then after that, I read it again, right? And then I deleted it. And then I deleted it. But I remembered who the chat was from. Because in my head, I was like, oh man, I'm getting so many podcast requests. But I'm like, no, but I can't ignore the fact that this one felt right. And then you were like, I could give you my number, or you can holler your number, because you were not trying to push, right? And I think I gave you my number. Did I? I think I gave you my number.
I think you did, yeah.
Yeah. And then the first thing I did was just like, dude, how's this gonna work? I hope it's not a thing where you're coming up to me, can do we still gotta get the equipment? If there's things you're like, no, it's good. Let's have a meeting, you know. And then the weirdest thing that he said to me the first day he saw me was, Osabi, you don't even know what I look like when we put a picture of Mutwana. So Bofuna, and I really, and that was so embarrassing because I honestly went to go meet someone I don't know. That's crazy. And when I went to,
And he asked you that.
yeah, he did because when I got there,
And it was child, and yeah, and half feet, because you arrived, I think, shortly after, or was it?
No. She
arrived before me, ne?
yes.
yeah, because you walked in shortly after me.
Dude, it's like
That's
No, we were fighting over him ordering beer. And when you got there,
and I go to LSG and no, I actually walk straight to me. How to LSG and the Hana profile picture and next can walk straight to LSG.
I don't even know how I knew it was him because we were in a restaurant and there was nothing about him that said it's me.
Yeah.
But he's exactly where I went. And he's like, the first thing he said, Sisa Osabi.
I'm shocked at that.
He's like, Sisa Osabi. You know, and for me, I don't know. Because also when Kagiso walked in, my first impression of him is, who's this little cute thing? I just wanted to put him in my boob. Like, it was so sweet. Like, he was so well-mannered, you know what I mean? Very business-orientated. But he just gave me baby bums, like, so fresh, so clean. So, he was just, like, literally, during the interaction, he was like, you see, King, what do they call it? That tennis, like a tennis ball?
Yeah.
He was like the ball being thrown between rackets.
Oh, okay.
Seeing the sparks, and he was just there, you know, and they were so sweet because, like, when we were busy, like, talking, Karis was just looking, and we were fighting about why he's ordering beer, and then we got to the parts where, like, and then you could tell that the business part is, like, something he's very passionate about, but you could tell because I had to convince these people that I will work with them. Because Lesego was, let me tell you, Lesego was willing to take the leap of faith. This one was just like, and I remember I was like, oh no, because I made a joke to them, right? And I said, I want sparkling water. You know, on set, I want sparkling. But I was just joking. Yeah. I don't know if in that moment they got it as that, but I was like, and then I think I showed you Aquapana. And I said, that's the water I want. And you're like, no, we can handle. And then I was just making jokes like, so who's going to pay for my Uber? Yo, and then there's a part where, like, there was the first moment in my life where I saw Kagiso take out personality. I was like, so guys, taxis, it's not going to work. Who's going to pay for my Uber? Kagiso. Oh, one of the guys. This one I was like, okay, this is going to be like a ride. But I really think it took time for them to actually believe that I will commit to it. Like, I will, you know, like, bring it, bring it. You know what I mean? Because they were even like, you know, when guys, I don't know, when guys are just like, you don't know what the budget is, man. But you can tell that these guys are in over their heads and they're trying to do the best they can. And then they're just like, no, you can order anything if you want. I'm like, hey guys, me, I'm nice. Want my milkshake? I'm willing to pay for it. No. We got it. I'm like, oh, these little cute little puppies. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are really cute.
What's that?
Why are you laughing?
Guys.
No, I don't want to like, and one of the biggest things that really made me want to stick to GSL and really love it is how they really did not trust that I had good intentions. Like, I really want. Kagiso just in his head, I could see through his eyes because he's so pure. He's just like, he was just literally so gullible. Like, he just could not see me. No, but like, I think, you know what the thing is, man? Lesoko had the same fear, but he was just like, well, fuck it, that's more. But this one is like, I want to make a invoice, and I got this one in key, and you know. And I was just like, no, guys, I'm actually willing to go the distance, you know. Let's go. It's just like, let's go. So this one is a bit more calculated and careful, and he's asking all the right questions. So I could see that he was overthinking. So when they asked me questions, I made sure that I gave them such a long speech that would attack the panic attack that he was having. Do you know Kagiso? He still was like, you answered all my questions. Like, like, you know, and he's like, I don't have a choice. And we're just slurping because we were having milkshakes. And we're just slurping on the milkshakes, you know. And I think for me, that's one of the things that, because at that time, they were not aware of who I am. And I think the only thing that they had in that moment was the experience or the current that they saw on social media. So they didn't know. They haven't experienced.
Bro, if I can tell you that we didn't even see, like, I came across that one audition video of yours. I didn't go through your TikToks. I didn't go through nothing of yours. I've never seen you before. I was like, from this video, she's definitely the person we're looking for. Everything else that you're probably going to come with, your whatever things, your tantrums and whatever, we're going to deal with those things when you get here. But literally, I just saw that one video and I was like, shit. And the other crazy thing is that specifically I went onto TikTok to look for someone.
But, so that's what the vibe was. You guys were like low-key having like a presenter search.
Yeah, we literally went to TikTok.
But they didn't open up the industry. But take out a willing industry. It's a presenter search.
But the crazy thing also is, I found you, your TikTok. I found your TikTok and I DM'd you and then I stopped. I didn't look for anyone else as a backup. I was like, fuck it. If she doesn't reply, then we're going to have to start afresh.
Did you believe it? When he sent you the link or the video, what did you think?
I said, it's in your hands. Do best.
Did you see the video? Did you ever see a video? You didn't?
No, I didn't. But what he just said now, to say, when he got to the table, you guys seem like you know each other. I've all along thought you knew Lesego before.
So you thought you know each other better and we know each other better?
It's not even that. It was more like Wamuiti from your past. I didn't think Kore.
Oh, like maybe we were friends in high school.
Yeah, I thought that, because the first day when I met you, you seemed more closer to Lesego than you were to him.
I think it's because of the Kasi thing. Like, she was more Kasi to me than she is to...
Oh, okay, yeah, you see, but now I wouldn't know.
And then I dropped you. I
was just being ghetto.
Next Yeah, but honestly, that's what I thought. I thought, okay, and I've always thought that until now you're breaking it down to say, okay, this is...
It was actually not like that. And then we can even fast forward to the moment where we were like, okay, we're shooting the pilot, guys. Let's pull up, and first of all, GSL has 4 members. Only 3 of them drink sparkling water. I will not expose who does not drink sparkling water. You will do the math. I will not, So when we pull up together, literally, it was the first time I've ever met Khuti. And he was just so handsome, so tall. He smelled so good. And we were like kicking it through the group chat, like throughout the week, I think. Just getting to know each other, throwing ideas across. And I remember I was being a nuisance on the group. I remember.
Did you not think she's crazy? Like, she was so...
He said he thought I was a bitch. Even though...
No, man, not on the chat. On the chat, okay, fine, cool, obviously.
But what was your maybe first impression? Because she was over...
I heard this bubbly person, the killer one. And I was like, okay, she's very bubbly, and you name it, Tonton. And then when we met, obviously now I'm putting the face to this voice and Dwabo. So I'm trying to figure her out, to say, okay, I'm observing her, and you name it, But then, as I'm thinking, as she's also just speaking, then they and I'm thinking, hey, and that's probably where the whole bitch thing kind of came from.
But what kind of rough go? Like,
Levandad.
Yeah, the Vandal type of rap. We kill one like
Yes. Vandal.
yeah. We kill one. And I Vandal able to hey.
It's not loud.
Vandal.
It is more of that thing. Hey, Kelon Karanki Masepa type of thing. Kill one.
Oh.
Like hey, he's the king, ne?
Oh yeah, but you're actually right, because on the episode, I remember we low-key had a very fiery episode, because I was like, you're not gonna do that to Prince KP. So I really did give that
he's
energy,
one
because you were like, and
So
that's
that's
who
why
I
I get
used to
it
tell Prince,
throughout the day.
the VVIP of the podcast is back today. I didn't want to see
Romantic.
You know what I mean?
And you like it's so now.
I think that episode, that's where probably it would have given that
Yeah,
impression.
kill one.
But I was also just finding, because I think we were all, okay, not all, but I feel like I really was just finding, because we had to find like a synchrony.
balance, yeah.
Some sort of like synchrony, which was really hard to find.
Yeah, it was very difficult,
It was
eh?
very difficult, because I remember there was a point where, I've never said this to any one of them, or anyone actually, it's the first time I'm saying this, but we went through a time where Kagiso literally saved the podcast. I had days where I was just like, it's not difficult, but I don't know if I'm in a space where they want me there. And I don't know, I felt like Kagiso could sense it. And that's then, I think after actual episode 2, 3, that's when everyone started thinking, oh, you close to Kagiso, you close to Kagiso. It's because I think he could like read my energy, and he would, and not even a me thing, because when we speak, he'd also say, oh no, I keep tabs with all of you in the group. I'm talking to all of you. Like, I actually give I check up on everybody. And he was like the main catalyst for me, who like, on days I was just like, I love this, but I don't know. So even if I had left the podcast, it wouldn't have been because I felt like I don't fit or whatever. It would have just been because of something in my head, like overthinking.
Yeah,
like you would have said. I
overthinking.
would have
Now you
said,
start
I don't know,
dreading it,
right?
yeah.
And I feel like he could see it, and because I feel like I don't know what switch came on in your head when you were just like, hey, you need to, like you were saying something like, you need to trust your dope and just do your thing, everything else will like find itself. And there was an episode we did where I was just trying to find this dope, and it's not only about me finding my dope, but like finding it in a way that it's not a bitchy kind of dope. You're not just trying to outshine everybody else. So you see, now I'm at a point where I can do whatever the fuck I want to do, because everyone really knows who you are. But there's a certain way you need to tread when people don't know who you are, because if you just do things in a certain way, it comes off as if you're arrogant or you're self-centered or you don't think about other people. But then I remember, I think it was episode 4 or 5. And then after we shot it, we said to Kagiso, oh guys, that felt better. He was like, nah, fuck that shit. Currently you're suppressing yourself, I remember he said that, and I was like, nah, when are you dumbing yourself down to make other people shine? I don't fuck with it. And like, he didn't even like shy away, and like he just said it in front of everybody. Now I'm just like, no, I must go back again to the drawing board and try to find those personality. And it was so like hard to find. And I don't know, maybe you guys can like, that's where you guys come in. When do you think, or which episode or which moment did you guys feel like, now the gloves are off. Now the car is well oiled and it seems
I think
moving.
we started gelling well, couple episode 8.
You think so? Before episode 10? No, but actually that you could be right, because we had episodes that died before. We have episodes that actually never made it because they had issues.
So G took time to get out of his bubble. You wanted a safe space. You had half of the people saying you're doing too much. You're overshadowing other people, and I think you're also conflict with yourself, saying, I think they're right, and you're trying to dim yourself. So you were in conflict with yourself of, am I doing too much or am I doing too little? So it was like that in between. So I think you guys will it took time for you guys to
Like
get the
regulate.
momentum rolling, yeah.
But also, when do you think you stopped your arms?
Where do I think I stopped?
Your arms.
Which arms?
Hey, your
Oh, my arms.
You used to get attacked for arms.
I'm Calvatida.
He used to, like, I feel like in the podcast, every time we like finish, hey man, arm talk. Let go of the arm talk.
Yeah, you know,
arm talks.
to be honest, I
Tell the
it's
truth,
not
it's when we
there.
started drinking. Huh?
it could be, but I think I sometimes think I still do it. I'm not aware when I'm doing it, but I think it's
But
more
not
of
like
the
before.
not like before. True, I think it's the thought process, but I think what also sparked it might have been very careful, or me trying to be very careful with what I'm delivering. Careful being I did not necessarily want to offend or get out of character until I realized, okay, fine, you know what, there's a little bit of freedom that I need to also just have. So I should not overthink it. I think I was also overthinking it too much. Honestly, the M's came from thinking on top of thinking. You're thinking about what you want to say, but at the same time, you're trying to deliver it in the best way
you
without
possibly
offending.
can.
Anton.
It reminds me of the. When I knew. Do you have a moment where you felt like this is where Khutsi started shining? Do you have a moment in mind?
No.
I do. Can I share my moment? Do you have a moment? Or should I share the moment that I feel? When I knew G is now ready to play with the big dogs, and G is now wearing his presenter hat. This is when he said, he looked at all of us on set. He looked up, because G is not the person that likes to interrupt if the other person is talking. He'll just shy away. He looked at all of us on set. He looked at all of us. And I think Kagiso was talking. Kagiso was in his feelings, being a parent, talking about the right things. G, hi. No, fuck that. He's probably thinking, I love that guy. I was like, G is Cyan bougie.
Oh,
at a
yes, at a
thing.
school.
Oh, no, that's when I knew Khutsi doesn't care anymore. Like, Khutsi at the point where guy suppress and nitty he's probably thinking I fucking love that guy. I'm like, I knew from that moment that the GSL bug had got him, and he's not getting any better. Like from here, it's gonna get worse.
Momentum, yeah.
It's just been crazy. When you look back now, and you look to the future again, are there things that you are excited to see the podcast grow and do? Probably.
So before we dwell into that question, when I look at the way we are, I think we're perfect. With love that fits perfectly.
You think it's perfect?
Yeah. Because you know how it is.
Fingers.
Nice. Uvutile Karen, nakavuta hoiti. So essentially, I'm like, do we really need a female person now? At least she was emphasizing. We need a different
View.
we need a different view. We need a female. I'm like, do we really though? He's like, yeah, definitely we got. That's why how now when you're searching for you, I'm like, dude, I'm leaving it in your hands. Not
Oh, so you wanted this to be my G, that way?
No, not really.
I hate Kagiso now, because I wouldn't have a job if you're a real one, my nigga. From the day we met. Shut up. From the day he met, he was like, I'm not who you think you are. You're on the wrong side of the team. No, my nigga, now I get it. He's never loved me. Remember? Nana? You never wanted it.
So
Now just shut up, dog. I quit. I ain't talking to you no more. I don't see you.
So what are the hakilata chica? Hey, it's very years so I need to come with him. He's like, but you too much it already. LSG. You and I with the same person. It's gonna be dry.
Yeah,
We need a little bit of crackhead energy.
Crackhead energy.
Yeah, let's talk about crackhead.
But Kari, you and I are the same. We're camera shy. We're soft spoken. We want logic and everything.
We are not interesting enough. We are not funny. We are not nothing.
So it's not gonna work with just us as the only guys. I'm like, I'm leaving it in your hands.
Also, you both left it in each other's friends. It's time to put your faith in a friend.
Practically.
And how do you feel like that's working out?
We feed off each other. Like, you
Yeah,
guys,
we do.
we know all each other's weaknesses
We
and
do.
strengths. And our strengths are not the same. Our weaknesses are not the same. Hence, you can say, when I'm feeling this way, who would know? You understand? We know how to pick each other up. And we know how to feed off each other from our each other's strengths. So that's why I say we at love that fits well.
Also, the other thing, I think we balance each other properly. Because me, I'm just like Kagiso. And if also probably it's just that maybe I'm not like Kagiso who doesn't want to be on camera at all. I don't have a problem with being on camera. But I would definitely say I'm more creative than I am as a podcaster.
Oh, okay.
Because being creative is my thing. Sitting at home and putting things together and doing shit and coming up with something, that's me. That's me. So I'm more on the creative side than I am on the talking side. I just talk because when we speak entertainment, it's shit that I know and I can relate and I can actually have an opinion that makes sense. Otherwise, between the two, I'm more creative. So yes, I will come with my whatever knowledge that I know, and then you guys are also the in the arts of this thing. You know how to actually deliver this thing, link this thing, and do whatever that needs to be done according to the TV standards. So, yeah.
Want to add a little 2 cents? Okay, so I love this. Let's do a little free flow and do something we've always wanted to do, but I think we've never done, and this is just the perfect moment to do it.
Okay.
Over the months, we have tried to grow. We have had tough days and good days, and I mean that in the sense of street squad perception. We've had tough comments, terrible emails and comments, and we've had flattering ones that kept us going. And I think getting to know us is also just getting to know how we feel about certain things or how we deal with certain things. Because I really realized with us that you don't really have to be on 1,000 subscribers to start getting overwhelmed with certain things or start hearing certain things from certain people, right? We hear that like now, some of the things, you know. What do you feel like, but it stopped, you know, because I think in the beginning we had the Mac G wannabe a lot. Mac G wannabe, Mac G wannabe, Mac G wannabe. And I feel like this is the perfect time for anyone who's never really gotten, because I feel like we've never went out with a mission and statement to be like, yo, yes, we're talking pop culture, but this is what makes us us. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, we might have tried to address it in our profiles in a cute kind of way, but I just don't think anybody knows why we are still confident to push past, even when people might feel like, you want to be, why are you waiting for McG to say this or any other big podcast to say this before you say that, right? And I just think it's the perfect time for us to just let the street squad know that one, we're not doing it because, and we don't get our strength from other people being. We're getting our strength in the fact that like we genuinely love what we're doing, and we love this.
Passion driven.
This episode is proof that we love this. You don't know the real story behind it, but we know that we love this. You know what I mean? And thinking about also the business model is thinking of this is a media company that did exist, but this is an expansion of the media company into podcasts. Do you know what I mean?
Branch, yeah.
So the big idea is to speak about trending stories all over the world. That's the only similarity we have with other people. But our commentary is far, far, far different, you know, because here we have so many different ways of thinking. We have someone who is low-key obsessed and pedantic with making sure that things are said how they should be. We don't get phrases wrong. And another common thing that I feel sets us apart is we are not comfortable with being haters. I don't know if that we call a spade, but we're not haters. Like we would never say just you know, like we genuinely like because of who we are, the base that we all share is that we really, really love people honestly and we respect people.
We're not pushing fame. So we won't speak badly about
like
someone.
We're not trying to pop by saying evil things about people because it sounds like it. But when you say something harsh, it's always because I can back it up, because of the fact of a personal experience. And we're also very open to saying sorry, you know, and we're not about the clouds as well. Because when you look at the commentary that we have, these are normal conversations, honestly, that you're having in your household. And with time, with the more people that get to know us, I really feel like we have a model that Ukoko can watch, Auntie can watch, Baba can watch, because of the manner in which.
Except when Karen welcome Tabas.
Please take over.
You know, the other thing I wanted to say is that what you are saying is true. People might be saying that we are copying what Mekchi is doing with podcast and chill. However, the idea behind this whole thing, right? Kagiso and I used to sit next to each other at the office, and we actually used to have these conversations about what's happening in the entertainment. This is just a leg of actually having it on camera. So it's a thing that we used to have as Machita.
It's who we are.
And you know, the model that we wanted, essentially, we're like, if we could have a go cam and we just put it there, and if you're really true, and people just hear the nonsense we talk about.
That was the whole idea before. So it's not a thing, oh, they saw that guy and because
And then
it's
they just
working for
mimicked
him.
it, yeah.
So now they think it's going to work for them too. Nah, these are the normal conversations that we used to have. It's just that now there's a camera that's capturing it.
But, you know, I think one thing that people should also just remember, and this is just generally, you could have the same thing, or that looks like the same thing, but personalities are always going to be different, you know? What you bring as content is also just going to be different. Just because there's a touch of what seems a bit similar does not necessarily make it the same. Anton. It's like, okay, I know this might be a bit of a far-fetched example, but it's like having Woolworths and, let's say, Pick and Pay. These are two
I wonder who let take him on Pick and Pay.
These are,
I really wonder. So
you know, these are two franchises that are selling similar things. You know what? Woolworths has clothing, Pick and Pay has clothing. Woolworths has food, Pick and Pay has foods. So you can't say no, Pick and Pay is about Woolworths or Woolworths is about Pick and Pay. They're just in the same business. But they have people that have their preference for them.
Exactly.
Now I'll be like, hey, dude, came to Pick and Pay. And you'd say the same to me. So I think it's just practically all about that.
You cook it.
I'm sorry.
But in if we were to wrap it up, and I ask you guys a question, if Kamot Lazing is a genie, and a genie grants, let's say, 3 wishes, and you guys had to split that wish.
Those 3 wishes.
like one each.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be podcast or entertainment related, But that wish comes with a condition. And it doesn't benefit you, but it benefits the world globally. What would that wish be?
Listen what talent to slack.
What do you mean? I just spoke. No.
I'm Biggie, I'm going last. So you're next.
Benefits the whole world.
Yeah.
Not me specifically.
So you can't say
it's not going to benefit you.
It benefits you alone.
He wants you to think. He wants you to chula.
So when it benefits the world, can it benefit me too?
No.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
I'm part of
you
the
will-
world.
But it can't be centered around you.
But it's not
It can
you.
trickle down to you, but it shouldn't be centered around you.
You'll be the last to get it. Let's put it that way.
I definitely want the weekend to start from Thursday.
Okay, shake my hand. I've always known you're a real man. You are an amazing man.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, weekend. Working days, 3 days.
And then Mondays are not compulsory. That
Working
means
days, 3 days. Done.
3 days, working days. God damn.
I feel like this guy is smart. And then Mondays are not
Sorry
compulsory.
for.
I extend that 2 days. I got 4.
You're going.
I'd say peace and love. I think the world as a whole, there's a lot of, I think, anger, ruthlessness, don't care mentality, you know, just I'm living for me and me only. You know, I think that would be at the top of my head to say that is something that I would love to see the world being and just to spread across the entire world. Peace and love.
See.
Kweda.
Yeah, that's how Timula.
My answer would be truth. So if get busy, you carry the love of my life, but I know I just want to hit.
Like something,
We're gonna like Pinocchio, Hannah.
Yeah,
it's a curse, but it's a beautiful thing for the other person
next
who's being
person.
misled.
Yeah.
For an interview, that company is such a beautiful post, but whatever, just it's the pits. Dude, we're gonna exploit you. We're gonna
yeah. Imagine if the interview
take the
actually
worst
told
out
you,
of you
I'm gonna give you
the
mental
beast."
health.
I understand. Kapamuta Karen, I just want to tap that. I'm not gonna lie to you and waste your time. At least you know where you're standing and you can make the right choice.
Yeah.
Because you know how difficult it is always having your guard up. Even when the right people come, you don't know if it's
Now
the
you can't
genuine
even
or right
enjoy
people.
it. Yeah, now you.
So I think truth for me would be that.
All right, guys, that's how we wrap it up. You said 3 wishes and you answered, man. I'm out. Yes, I was trying to run away from this one. I don't know. It's just that I'm always so emotional when I think of things, and I want to give a great answer, because I think one day I'll just be so rich, and people will just Google me to try to find me, and they find these episodes, and they get to know me. When I was still broke, but I was hot. Wait, if I had a wish,
For the world. A wish for the world.
if this was 2 years ago, my wish would be different. But now that I'm on my journey to healing, because I would have said, no pain and no dying, but I feel like it's necessary. Now that I'm, 3 years into losing mom, 6 years into losing my brother, I understand the necessity of people dying and pain. So I understand that's okay, that's fine. I think, what would I wish for? No, I can't wish for that because that's stupid as well. It kills the fun of life. I would have said everyone at watch like ticking down.
Oh, like that. Yeah.
That would just make people
That's painful.
No, that's like, no, that's traumatic.
Yes, it is traumatic.
traumatic.
5 months. Oh shit.
24 hours.
Just chuck him in the bed. Just chuck him in the bed. Okay,
After
wait.
those 9 months, imagine, bro.
Okay,
The
that would
connection.
be painful. Let me see. If I had a wish, I would wish for everyone to equally have the opportunity to summon more time when they need it most. So, for example, instead of alleviating death, you can summon more time.
Okay.
And whatever amount of time, if you can plead it in front of the jury, which is God, and it makes sense, they'll grant it to you. So we're like, look, God, I understand he needs to go, but can I have 2 more months? Because it's really this big thing I really want to get. Or I just need 5 more minutes. I just need to ask him this question. Do you know what I mean? Because I think there's something that I don't think a lot of people get. But when someone dies or passes, right, you tap into a sense of urgency, and your priorities start to wake up, and you realize, this is what I should have asked. This is what I should have done. So yes, and no matter how rich you are, sometimes you can't solve certain sicknesses, so you need time. And you need that time and usually that realization, when you realize you need time, it's when you're out of time. So for you to, because you need to run out of time for you to realize you need time. So I think for you to run out of time, get the realization and then plead your case for more time.
Yeah.
I think that would be a dope wish because it would work for everybody else. Because sometimes our fears and our thoughts hold us back, but the moment you realize you don't have time, everything all of a sudden becomes much easier to do, and you have more courage to do it. So and then the only thing that's holding you back now is just time. If only I had the chance to. So that time and chance is probably a wish I would pray for. Oh my God, we're not materialistic. Like no one said everybody to just get a Bugatti and a 6 million in their house or something.
I think I need to give another one because I've got another new idea. Is to, if there was a way to take out jealousy out of everyone's heart or mind or whatever, but people to stop being jealous, especially black people, dog.
Yeah, it's a question I fucking mention.
That's deep.
It's because it's jealousy is the reason why black people wouldn't put each other on.
Yeah, and also maybe killing each other as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see how the Jews are working together?
That's just bad.
Mfana, if we had that as black people,
Would
so
be
the
far.
jealousy,
I would be
the jealousy part of it.
would probably be the furthest.
So yeah, jealousy for me too, it's a big thing. Because Raloyana, because of jealousy,
Yeah.
we mark or we rob each other because of jealousy. We sabotage each
Hey, you
other.
sabotage.
Sabotage.
Killing each other.
You sabotage. Who we are? You sabotage. Yeah, but I think that's like a really big thing that is like holding us back. Oh, that was such a beautiful question. I think so well oiled out and so well ironed out. But then if do you ever like just look back and think at the platform you have now? And because there's something Knight said earlier, right? And he was like, there's going to be a point in your life where you don't feel like working to drop, but now you're enslaved to drop. And I think sometimes when we are in, sometimes you pray for something and then you get it and then you realize that what you were living in was the blessing over what you prayed for. So what I mean is, right now you're probably like, oh my God, like, when is YouTube giving me a plaque for like 100K subscribers? And so you realize that you're living in the biggest blessing right now, which is affording to slip up, affording to say something stupid and not trend and it not ruin your rep and it not ruin your life. You still have the grace to go to a shop in your Crocs and it not being a big deal, because sometimes you really pray for things to go on until you realize that that's the biggest trap you can ever have, So I think right now that's something I just want all of us to like be very grateful for, because we're working towards our next, but sometimes because you have a bigger plan in your head, you forget that sometimes that rest really is better for you than what you're working towards.
So are you saying we shouldn't like rush into getting somewhere? It should just be naturally with time.
It's that too, but also it can be that be careful what you pray for or wish for. You might get exactly what you've prayed for. Saul and Kilaich the other time, where are you other? Sometimes not getting a blessing in time, it's actually a blessing. Because when you're gonna get fame and riches, but
you're not ready for it.
And you die painful, slow death, or it's gonna be bankrupt.
Yeah.
And you find at that time you were not ready for your success. And they prolong it, let's say 5-10 years. By the time you get it, then you realize that actually I had to go through that in order for me to enjoy and be the person that I am now.
And I feel that way so much more. Because like right now, I'm just in a point in my life where I'm so grateful for, because also guys, this is what I just want you to start thinking. Imagine everything going well. Imagine, you being able to get what you want, you having those listeners, those subscribers, people knowing you. You're already struggling with loving wholeheartedly and being in spaces that want you for who you are. What you don't realize right now is that why are you still in this mess? Not everyone wants you, but it's the perfect time to get the people that love you for real.
Oh, yeah.
Because the higher you go, the less your ability to make friends freely. The less your ability to be that vulnerable mess. The less
That's true, actually.
The less you have friends that will say, "No man, that was rude."
More money, more problems.
You know what I mean?
When you climb up Kilimanjaro,
you can't breathe the higher you go up.
you experience more problems. It's colder, you can't breathe, and a lot of people die before they even get
That's so true, because it's something that I've always just said. I don't know if I've said it to Kagiso as well, to say, I'd rather know who's with me at my lowest, so that when I'm up there, I know who was actually
there
For
for
me,
me.
for me, for me,
And
yeah.
it shouldn't be a confusion, Yare. Are you here because now I've got the monies, I've got the this, the fame, the whatever?
That's why the people that are there are the most miserable, because he is not
He's confused,
sure.
yeah. Are you real or not? Fuck. Yes. Mm.
Or we are causing the Rolls Royce.
It's similar to what the Kendrick and BBL Treasy. The reason Kicho Jalone, one thing Kendrick was saying is that people in your corner are praying for your downfall.
Yeah.
You think you have the ride or die, but these people are just leeching on you.
Yeah.
They're not your real people. In fact, they're the ones who are feeding me all this information, and they're just waiting for a moment for you to slip
Fuck up, yeah.
And you realize that is the case with a lot of people. That's what these celebrities or people who were once prominent people, but as soon as I lost everything, I lost all my friends. I lost everything.
Because they were never your friends.
No, they're never your friends.
They were never your friends. Because you know, guys, when you, and that's why right now, I think when you're stuck in your 20s, like early 20s, it's very hard to realize that things not working out for you are things working out for you. Because I feel like you get a chance to learn and really become. It's like, I'm going to make a terrible example. Have you ever realized that the kids that grew up in Idikobo have the best personalities? Bana ba khotseng Idikobo ko sekolong. I'm telling you, the popular boy, low key, never really had to have a personality because he can just waltz in and he's good. Everyone wants to talk to him. Yeah. But for someone to notice you, you really had something to give, and you had to prune that and prune that and prune that. And now, look at the hot girl. How many hot people that were hot in high school are still hot now?
Yeah.
They're just like, you know what I mean? Because they really never really realize that you need to have something to offer. You need to have the work ethic. You need to have this. It's usually the people that spend their time in exile, working hard at that time, that are now the doctors, that are now doing other things. You know,
the most kindest and giving people, it's people at some point didn't have anything. Because they realize.
They know the pain.
Yeah, the pain. And, you know, being in such situations, you are kept alive by other people's generosity.
Yeah.
You learn how to like Ubuntu. That's why it's difficult with people that have success and fame to have Ubuntu, because it's me.
Yeah, it's me.
Why do
it's
I
always
need
been me.
Baba Jesana, snini ke etok. Ke shota ka ditapole. Zogalo to tloba tse 2.
Sure.
Wena snini o a ke na tswekela. Zogala ke na have half a kg tlonke. Kapa snini o a ke na nyo. That buy loaf, unke half, kinke half. You learn how PDs.
True.
That's why in suburbs, locals scream, help, but people are gonna mind their own business.
Mind their own business now, bro.
Koka, si mato, alright, Mark. Where's Alak? Baked. What's happening? You understand that? So I think, yeah, it boils down to that.
That actually is a beautiful talk, because I think at some point we've all been at someone's mercy, and you're here today because someone kept you. Someone decided to play their part, because in as much as we all believe that there's a higher power big enough, even though we don't agree in it being the same person or being the same people, but like we all understand that whatever your higher power is, it cannot come here and solve problems for you. And in essence, if we all could just realize that the biggest help and the only channel for help is people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I saw this message on TikTok where this girl was like, the dad was very accomplished. I think the dad was like one of the biggest lawyers in South Africa, right? And the dad set the daughter down, and she was like, and the dad was like, Dad, what's up? You know? Oh, you have time today? It's like, yeah, I've got a moment. I just want to sit down with you. Let's sit down. So the daughter was shocked because the dad is just, Namona, hi dad, bye dad. Like, it was just that busy dad. And he just sat the daughter down and he said, what do you think, out of all the things we've acquired in life and all the life I've given you, what do you think the biggest investment in life is? Can you imagine a dad that's giving you everything? You have everything right now. Think of the most expensive car or anything or he can buy for you now. But he said to you, over life, look at this life I've given you and everything. What do you think is the most priceless thing and the biggest investment? What do you think is the biggest investment we have that will even supersede our generation and go to like beyond, you know? And the daughter like started mentioning all the materialistic stuff. Okay, I really feel like the paintings, they look like good quality. They don't degrade because the money is so good. She goes on and on and on and on. But Dad is like, okay, nice. What do you think, Dad? And Dad is like, I think the biggest investment anyone can ever have are people. The daughter was like, And the dad is like, it's people. Because, God forbid, I'm never here. You guys, your life has been taken care of by other people. You are being driven because of the person, Yes, they're getting paid, but if I'm not here, life will still continue.
True.
It's not, the money is not getting out of the account and walking to go do it's people. So don't let the access to the money make you think the money has the power. Because the only reason why the money has the power, first of all, is just because the economy has set in such a way that they needed to survive. But also you need to understand that those people still, besides the fact that, because they could work anywhere else, they still decide to serve you. Because you can write there, how many people have you seen the tombstones about Nadingwala had a Rolls Royce, had a house in Broad Acres, had what.
We all 6 feet under.
Yes, the only thing that's written on your tombstone is was a loving father, was your what that. So your biggest investment in essentially.
I think that's what I also just tend to live by mostly, and this is what I always say: you must respect people from all walks of life. What I also like saying is that we can't all be doctors, we can't all be lawyers, we can't all be accountants, and you name it. You as an individual, whether you're rich or poor, you do need that cashier who's going to serve you at Pick and Pay. You do need that person who's going to come and pick up your dustbin outside. You do need that plumber who's going to come and unblock your clogged, shitty pipe. You do need all those people that a lot of people think are like, or all those jobs that a lot of people tend to think are low life jobs and so on. Those people are needed. Because if we were all doctors and all lawyers and you name it, nobody would want to do that. And would probably not even be able to live because everybody would be all up there and there will be no one to say, fuck it, I'm going to go and do it.
And look at South Africa, man, the amount of waste we have, because people here, it's just one of the things that irk me about South Africa. People just litter on the floor. And imagine if we didn't have nail beds, how dirty our streets and places would be. Think about it. Think about it. Because they are literally picking up the waste, they recycle. Like, it's the little things where if you train your mind to actively look for good, you realize that everything has so much good and purity in it.
To track back a bit, statements Sunibuaka lawyer. There was a nurse or hospital that was doing like a research study at a hospice. And they were asking the people that are about to die, what's their biggest regret? A lot of them would have to say, not spending time with their loved ones. The majority of Bona, they had monies and all that, but none of them were mentioning that I could have made more money, I should have won. It's that I didn't spend more time with my wife or my kids. I didn't do this with my children. We didn't go visiting or do. It's always spending quality time with people, not what money could have gotten you. So what that father was saying to the child, we tend to give power to money than we do with people.
I've seen a lot of those, like it's like an animated figure that this guy's got like the stick on his head and there's like a bunch of money and he's just running through until he falls in the grave.
Yeah.
That is so deep. That is practically what a lot of people are doing in life. Because we are literally running from and your statement of saying there was a lawyer, or a lot of times when people are actually asked the question of what do you regret in life when they're at their deathbed, the answer that they normally give is spending time with the loved ones. Why? Because they spent their time chasing money.
We only realize when time is running out that we need more time. Sometimes you're like, instead of me pushing the overtime, I could have just sat with mom, watch a movie and laugh. I could have asked granny and like in their days for her wisdom and whatnot. Yes. You only realize after they're passing that, fuck, we could have just sat down and enjoy ourselves. So I think that's the part we tend to forget.
Just be that person who is just awake and alert, alive and enthusiastic. Hello, friend. Touch my toe.
Karen is crazy, guys.
Abamtibi. Bambona mo di TikTok videos ba ke sweet konyana. Wa vuva ya ke.
What are you talking about? What do you mean? I think
Cokehead
what are you
energy.
talking about? No, at this point. I didn't go.
Ke re go Mr. HR bafethu.
That time HR again, nane. But anyway.
Yeah, very companies up by HR will sabotage you.
HR was like, and then because you didn't appreciate Horo Spenka High 1, Uto Spenka High 5, Spenka High 5, very ungrateful. Who won the unemployment rate, you know? So, do you have any closing comments and words?
No, I think maybe just to thank the street squad that have been supporting us.
Squad. Thank you, Monty. Sorry.
For the support up to so far, we do appreciate it. Yeah, we definitely do appreciate it. If maybe they can, each and every single episode they watch, pause, like, continue. That would be dope.
Baby, what do you have to say? What do you have to say, Monty?
You said everything I wanted to say.
Okay. Papa Pointy, Peppa Pig, we're not
Go ke last born a buang le wena.
That's why she's so loving. Because she's used to getting the love and she only communicates in love. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but you're a fat boy. Boo mo. What do you have to say in closing out? Do you have any special?
I think LSG stole the words out of my mouth.
How? Because
He
we're
wrapped
sitting
it
there
up
in his
for
ear.
us.
How did he steal the word?
He wrapped it up.
Now you wrapped it up very,
What
very
was
well.
it a gift? Where's it going?
It's going to the street squad.
You gotta be awake, alert, and loud, enthusiastic. I love it, man. Hey, look, from us, it's been absolutely amazing. Same time, same place. You already know, man. Keep your brain working because that's the kind of thinking that's going to get you into Harvard. And we
are out of here.